That's not that high. Just kidding.
Honestly, I've probably taken
Rough.
like
Mine is. And her iPad's finance.
Okay, don't need an iPad. There's some characters out there, and I'm going to react as a certified financial planner to show you what advice you should actually be listening to and what is total bogus. We're gonna hop right in, but please know I am the host of the Early Retirement Podcast, and I love helping people retire early. Let's hop right in.
Taking out a payday loan at 260.37% interest rate.
Yeah,
is that what that is?
that's not that high.
Why
Just kidding.
borrow $80 at 260%?
I really don't.
$80. What do you mean you don't
really
know?
Sorry, I have to pause it real quick. No matter what you're going through in life, it cannot be helpful to have someone use that tone. That's all I'm saying. Let's keep watching.
What does your boyfriend make?
Like 80 something.
A year?
Yeah.
You guys make too much money as a single household. You have to go borrow $80 at 260.37% interest rate.
I just needed the money.
How do you even find this?
If I talk to any of my clients like that, I'd be fired, and I should be fired. But I get it, he's doing it for entertainment. Whatever your interest rate is, it's not always a good thing, of course, but it's true. There's good debt and there's bad debt. That's the reality. You know, if you're gonna go out and buy a home, you're going, hey, I don't really wanna buy a home right now because rates are high, but you wanna get into that home, look, at the end of the day, your goal is not in life to make the most amount of money. It's to get the most life out of your money. So I'm telling you all this because I don't want you to go, oh my gosh, I saw a video where they talk about debt. I'm not gonna ever go get debt. That's not what you wanna do. Now, this is just my financial advisor brain going off, but he doesn't know about her life. He doesn't know what she's going through. So I don't love the tone. I get where he's coming from financially, but there's the financial brain and then the real life brain. Like, we don't work with robots, we work with humans. So I would never speak to someone like this, but he's being paid, I imagine. He definitely is being paid by TikTok to be able to do some of this entertainment value. So let's keep watching.
I don't know.
Give me $80now.com.
No, honestly, I've probably taken
Rough.
like every payday loan possible.
In Atlanta, that's where you're from.
Yeah, I grew up very poor.
Okay, so prevalent oftentimes in lower income communities.
The way you grow up makes a gigantic impact on your financial life for the rest of your life, not just for a few years. Because if you grow up and there's just not wealth around your household, what's gonna happen is you're gonna get older, and a lot of you are watching this going, yep, that's me, because you're gonna get older and go, wait a second, like, I know I've now got money, but it just feels weird, so I'm gonna spend it because my identity is not having money. So you'll actually go spend money even though you don't need to. I've seen that. I've also seen instances where people come to me, most of my clients are retiring early and they're before 50 to 65, but they have kids, and the kids are coming to me, and a lot of them grew up around wealth, so they spend like you couldn't believe it because it's all they knew. It's actually not a bad trait. It's a bad trait because they could run out of money, but it's not a bad trait because they're bad people. It's just they don't know any better. So the way you grow up with money is gonna change what you do financially over time. What I don't wanna have happen is, this is what I see in my clients, is they're amazing savers, and then it's time to actually spend and they can't do it. But they wouldn't be in the position they're in right now if they were always great spenders. Because if they were great spenders, they wouldn't have millions of dollars. So when you're looking at this video and the silly stuff online, it's all good to see, and I like it for entertainment. Like, even my brother will send me clips, and my parents, but it's cool stuff. But what I want you to do is actually think, if you don't mind, about your situation and go, wait a second, why is this woman taking crazy high interest? Is there some really crazy stuff in life going on? Because a lot of people just don't want to tap into their retirement accounts because of penalties and taxes, even though a big medical event is going on. And I've seen it where people don't want to touch their Roth IRA or their IRA, even though they should. They should, because they need a medical operation, and that's way more important than money. You can always make more money, but prioritize your health. So just an example of the spreadsheet answer and the real life answer.
Or the idea, payday loan. Payday loan. It's an idea, it's a concept. Let's do it. Okay, let's do it. This is normal. Just holding you down by 260% instead of what would be a bad credit card interest rate of 30%. You have a 2-year-old.
Yeah, so it's high. 30%, 260%, 1,000%. It's all bad. But we don't know what she's got going on in her life. Let's look at the next one.
And there's a girlfriend sitting behind me.
It's another expense.
How long have you guys been together?
2 years collectively, going on 3.
We're not paying for someone else's car. This is under your name. You've been dating for 2 years. You guys are not married yet.
Kind of with him on this one, to be honest. I wasn't on him with the girlfriend as an expense, okay? The goal in life is not to make the most amount of money, it's to get the most life out of your money. So it's cliche, but I want to make sure that if you love being with your girlfriend, be with her. of course. Now, I really get his point with the naming. Like, you don't want to put your car definitely in her name, and you don't want her car in your name. This is your money at the end of the day. Until you're married, you really don't need to start getting into that. So let's see what he has to say.
Get rid of this car, and she needs to get a car, including getting a loan on a car. That's for her. In your situation where you're just not making money and working 7 days a week, again, I could go through the whole list a billion more times, and we have massive debts and a huge $5,671 credit card, and we're just not making ends meet.
Some clients will come to me and they've got $6,000 or $8,000 or $25,000 in debt, and they have money that's just sitting in cash. And I'm like, why would you not go pay off that credit card debt? They're like, well, I might need that cash to go invest. And I'm saying, well, if your credit card is 8% or 9% or 10%, why not go guarantee an 8% return with that cash? If the stock market averages 10% over 100 years, but any given year could be anywhere in between, like, go guarantee to pay that down. So in this example, if someone's sitting on $5,000 of credit card debt, but they've got some cash laying around, anytime you've got that extra cash, pay down that debt. Now, always have an emergency fund, but the purpose of an emergency fund is to not tap into retirement accounts. If you have an emergency fund and it has a sufficient amount of assets, you have a stable job, and you've got, it's $25,000 or $10,000 or $5,000 in there, go pay off that credit card debt.
I know you guys are in a relationship, feels like a partnership. Legally, it's not. We're just not doing that right now. If you guys are married, it's a different story. Get rid of it. If she needs to get a car loan, she can.
Agreed. Until it's married, different story.
Happy with your Starbucks job?
I love Starbucks.
Okay. What about the pay for school program that they have?
I already have a bachelor's degree, so I can't.
What was your bachelor degree in?
Biology and nursing.
So I'm seeing this a lot. A lot of my clients, which once again, they're older. They're between 50 and 65. They want to retire early. They're coming to me and they're going, hey, help guide my child because they're not able to get a job. They need to set up their 401k and XYZ. And I'm seeing a lot of children, they're like, all right, I'm trying to get a job. I know my parents are on my back. I'm trying to get a job. I've got a nursing degree or a psychology degree. I just can't right now. Like, getting a job is so difficult. I actually have a few clients that have children that received MBAs and other degrees, and they took those certifications off of their resume because they could not get an entry-level position. So even though they had it, they just took it off. I'm like, wow, that is crazy. Like, we're getting into a crazy world. Now, with this specific point, let's see why she likes working at Starbucks.
Why don't we go make more than $1,400 a month?
Mentally, I can't do it. I've had patients pass on me and I've gotten really close to them. I can't detach myself.
To me, that's reasonable. Let's see if he's gonna agree. But I'm looking at this and I'm going, you know what? This is life. Like, I know maybe I'm on the nicer side of this and my entertainment value is not as high as Caleb here, but the goal in life, I don't want you miserable. Like she's like, I can't do it anymore. So if you enter a field, like, I'm looking at her going, hey, you're young. Like, go find something else. Go try stuff for the next 5 years, do a different job until you find one that you love. I'm lucky because I found what I love really early on, but I know a lot of you aren't, or you've done a job for a long time and now you don't love it as much. I'm not saying I'm gonna be obsessed with it in 20, 30 years. I think I will, but you know what? Who knows? And so because of that, I'm kind of smiling going, good. Like, go make $1,400 a month. If you're in the interim, you got to make some money to pay your bills, but you got to be doing your Starbucks job and then figuring out what you want to do on the side, not just staying casual in Starbucks. Let's see though.
In that sense. And then so part two to that is I have an autoimmune disease and I have lupus, and
Yeah, super reasonable. She's going through real life stuff. Once again, financial answer, real life answer.
the COVID-19 pandemic, I can't risk my own health.
Oh, I don't want you to put you at safety of health, but there's even nursing things
First comment I really like that he's made. Just kidding.
that even for a bit, my mom did remote stuff, calling and checking up on patients, because the medical needs of people all across the United States and the money that they pay for it is extensive.
I worked in pediatric hospice. So
Yeah, that would certainly. And we think having anything medical, we feel will bring up memories from that.
Yeah.
Okay, now he's being reasonable. And it's true. There's tons of remote work out there. She needs to find something she loves doing. So I'm glad he didn't bag on her for only making $1,400 a month with that degree. Look, she doesn't want to use it because, once again, she's got her own medical stuff going on. That's reasonable to me.
So what is the car?
2022 Grand Cherokee L Overland.
What's owed on it current?
I can see where he's going with this. I have a lot of clients that have nice cars, and I have clients that don't have nice cars, and it's all about priorities. If you don't want to live in a nice place because you value such a great car, great, go do that. If you go, you know what? Nope, I love a nice place. I don't care about my car. I say, great. I say, spend a ton of money on what you love to do. I love soccer. I bought a semi-professional soccer team. Does that make sense on paper? No, but it's what I love. But I don't love alcohol and wine and all these other things. I kind of say, you know what? This is what I want to spend my money on, and I spend a ton on it, and I don't spend money on things that I don't like at all.
Currently,
57,891.
Whew, that is something.
Yours is.
And then I drive a 2018 Kia Stinger.
what's out on that?
I believe it's 26,850.
That's a ton, okay? If you're taking that much of a loan, you're just not in a position to buy these cars. So I don't know how they made this decision, but let's see.
Minimum monthly payment I see on the Jeep is $920 a month. Death in the Kia, $525 a month. You guys are killing yourselves. Did I miss anything else?
Technically, our phones are debt. They're financed.
Whew.
Mine is, and her iPad's financed.
Okay, don't need an
My
iPad.
Apple Watch.
What else? Credit cards, anything? I see an Apple thing on your email. What's this Apple thing?
Oh, we have an Apple credit card.
We haven't talked about it yet, have we?
Oh,
No.
Getting addicted to the brand, you're buying new stuff. You don't need an Apple Watch, you don't need an iPad, and you might think you do, but you don't. And so this is a classic case of you're buying stuff you just can't afford.
no.
Okay.
The balance is $7,988, and the credit limit's $8,000.
I'm looking at the email. We can't survive like this anymore. We need you, Caleb. Damn right. This is a mess.
This is crazy, absolutely crazy.
This is insanity.
I say I'm financially inexperienced, almost.
That's a nice way of putting it. Financially, maybe she is inexperienced, but you can educate yourself. I think you know about credit card debt enough, all of us. I could be wrong, but I think you know enough to not go out and just buy all these different things. So those are a few examples of crazy things, and I'm gonna react to more of them because I know you guys like my reactions, and you've sent me emails saying that you like so and to do more of them. So I'll keep doing these, but let me know, guys, what else would be helpful. If you guys want more reactions to crazy content like this, make sure you let me know in the link in the description. Love you guys.